When discussing the icons of women's basketball, Diana Taurasi's name inevitably stands out. But what truly sets her apart isn't just her historic career writs, her influence on the evolving landscape of the sport, especially as a mentor and observer of the rising stars reshaping the game. Among them is Caitlin Clark, whose explosive presence has brought a fresh energy to the WNBA recently. Diana opened up about Clark's influence and shared personal insights into her own journey, path marked by determination, sacrifices, and an unshakable passion for basketball. Clark has quickly emerged as more than just a standout athlete. She's leveraged her talent and popularity to move the sport forward in ways few have done before. But for Diana, it's not just Caitlin's fame that stands out, it's her commitment to the game. She sees Caitlin as a force who's not only competing, but transforming the game with relentless effort, strategic play, and a level of performance that's pushing the WNBA into new territory. And Diana is certain this is just the beginning. She believes the league is entering a new era, one powered by a wave of young stars like Clark who are set to take women's basketball to unprecedented heights. Her respect for Caitlin runs deeper than stats or viral moments. It's about the legacy she's building and the ripple effect her presence is already having on the future of the league.
Caitlin's done in the last 3 years, 4 years, is just mind-blowing. The way she's taken her popularity, her fame, and really moved the game forward. But the thing I love the most about her is she loves the game of basketball. She works at it. She plays at a level that no one has reached yet in the WNBA. So, to me, I think she's going to take this league as far as she wants to.
Before we talk about the future of the WNBA, Diana Taurasi took a moment to reflect on the past. In a recently released docuseries, Taurasi allowed cameras a rare, behind-the-scenes look at her life, pouring raw and honest insight into the emotional and physical journey that's defined her professional basketball career. Though initially reluctant to share such intimate details, she came to realize that her story and the untold story of women's basketball over the past 20 years was too important to stay hidden. The docuseries sheds light on the overlooked battles, the personal sacrifices, the financial struggles, and the victories that rarely make headlines. Reliving those years brought back a surge of memories, some joyful, others tough to revisit. Taurasi's legacy isn't just about her dominance on the WNBA court. Like many athletes of her generation, her career extended far beyond the US. With long stints playing overseas in countries like Russia, Turkey, Spain, and Italy, with the WNBA season only spanning a few months, international play was often the only way to sustain a livelihood. It wasn't about fame. It was about survival and a deep-rooted love for the game. Taurasi's passion for basketball started in Los Angeles, but it truly ignited when she joined the University of Connecticut. Under Coach Gino Arima's watchful eye, Diana experienced the rigor of elite-level competition. Talent alone wasn't enough. Dedication, consistency, and an unshakable team-first mindset became the cornerstones of her success. Coach Gino wasn't just a mentor, he was family. Their shared background and relentless work ethic created a bond that helped fuel her drive to be the best playing abroad, though demanding became a necessary part of the professional journey. Her agent once told her flat out it would be financially irresponsible not to go. The WNBA simply didn't pay enough. Taurasi embraced the challenge. She loved learning new cultures and getting to play the game year-round. But it was exhausting. Players often had just 2 days off before flying halfway across the globe to compete again. Now, she watches players like Caitlin Clark step into the spotlight. Taurasi feels hopeful. The financial and structural barriers that once seemed immovable are starting to shift. Young stars today have tools she and her peers never dreamed of: social media, nil deals, better visibility, and growing public support. Still, the heart of the game hasn't changed. Taurasi sees in Caitlin Clark a player not only brimming with skill and confidence, but one who's using her influence to move the entire sport forward. In just a few short years, Caitlin has become a game changer, just on the court, but in how the world sees women's basketball. Her work ethic, vision, and poise have already begun reshaping the WNBA landscape. But with growth comes new challenges. Taurasi is watching closely as collective bargaining discussions continue. Pay benefits, facilities, travel is all up for debate. While improvements like charter flights are welcomed, Diana remains steadfast. Fair pay must remain the priority. True equity means compensating players based on their value, their talent, and their commitment. And that includes recognizing the contributions of the retired trailblazers who helped build the league from the ground up. Looking back, Diana remembers. Playing in an era with no social media, no viral highlights, and barely any national attention. She often wonders if young players have it easier today. In many ways they do. That doesn't diminish their talent or efforts. Every generation faces its own challenges, and the current wave is rising to meet theirs with purpose and power. She's also noticed how fiercely fans now defend stars like Clark's, something that wasn't always the case. But Diana reminds us, don't forget the pioneers. The game didn't get here overnight. It was built on years of resilience, teamwork, and relentless hustle. Diana finds the new generation inspiring, fearless, unified, and driven. They're rewriting what's possible in women's basketball. She's especially excited about initiatives like the Unrivaled League, which brings elite competition and professional environments to players year-round. She wishes that had existed when she was coming up in the game. Her eyes are also on the current season. She sees huge potential in teams like the Indiana Fever even. With key players out, their grit is showing. And when a healthy Caitlin Clark is back on the floor, she believes the Fever could be serious playoff contenders. Clark has that rare ability to take over a game, shift the momentum, elevate everyone around her. Another team on her radar, the Minnesota Lynx. With the addition of DeJounte Carrington, her postseason outlook has completely changed. Carrington's tenacity and consistency add a new layer of strength that could take them deep into the playoffs. Before wrapping up, Diana was asked a fun question. Her ultimate 3-on-3 dream team from across eras. Her picks: Cheryl Miller, the original powerhouse; Lisa Leslie, a legend who set the gold standard in the 90s; and Maya Moran, unstoppable force of the 2000s. That trio, according to Diana, would be nearly impossible to beat. So what does the future hold for the WNBA? Will young stars like Caitlin Clark help usher in an era of equity and opportunity? Will the league find the balance between honoring its past and innovating for the future? One thing's clear, this isn't just about basketball anymore. It's about legacy, leadership, and lifting the game higher than ever before.